this is the next topic of CET, that is vector algebra and three-dimensional geometry. So keep remember in your mind that in these two topics you have to be very perfect with the formulas. Okay, that is all the formulas from the vectors as well as from the three-dimensional geometry. So let us start with the first question. The first question is the vector in the direction of the vector I minus 2j plus 2k that has the magnitude 9 units is. Okay, so in this particular question, I think this we have already done in the theory exam also. How to simplify this? Whatever the vector is given, so that vector, okay, will denote by one of the names. That vector A is equals to I minus 2j plus 2k. Okay, so once you denote that by vector A, you have to find out the unit vector of that. Okay, so what is the formula to find out the unit vector? So A cap is equals to vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. So which is equals to what? I minus 2j plus 2k divided by magnitude. How we find the magnitude? It is root of x square plus y square plus z square. So root of x square means x means coefficient of I, y means coefficient of j, z means coefficient of k. So 1 square is 1 plus minus 2 square is 4 plus 2 square is 4. Okay, so the answer is, it is I minus 2j plus 2k divided by 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 1 is 9 and root of 9 is 3. Root of 9 is 3. This is A cap value, but they have given the magnitude is 9. So that magnitude you have to multiply. So therefore 9 into A cap is equals to 9 into A cap. A cap is what? I minus 2j plus 2k divided by 3. So here 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. So the answer is what? 3 into I minus 2j plus 2k. So which option is correct in this? Option C will be correct. Okay. Second question. The vector having initial and terminal points as 250 and minus 374 respectively. Then what will be the vector joining? Means they have given the vector joining points. Then which vector we will form? Okay. For example, this is A point, this is B point. Okay. Then we have to find the vector joining points AB. We have to find what? AB. Okay. So to find that AB, how to find AB? See, this is the solution of second question. How to find vector AB? That is OB minus OA. OB minus OA. OB means what? Second point. So second point, just write it in the vector form. So we will get minus 3i plus 7j plus 4k minus OA. See, having minus sign. So whatever we have this OA vector form, if it is positive that will become negative, if it is negative that will become positive. So it is minus 2i minus 5j and minus 0k. So when you do the subtraction of this, minus 3 minus 2, it is minus 5i plus 7 minus 5. It is plus 2j plus 4 minus 0. So it is plus 4k. So the answer is minus 5y plus 2j plus 4k. So which option is correct? I think again option C will be correct. Okay. Third example, the value of lambda for which the vectors vector A is equals to 2y plus lambda j plus k and vector B is equals to I plus 2j plus 3k are orthogonal. See, orthogonal means what? Almost is same as perpendicular. Okay. Now when the two vectors are perpendicular, when the dot product is 0. So therefore we have to take, okay, we have to take A dot B is equals to 0. What is your vector A? That is, right, 2i plus lambda j plus k dot vector B. Vector B is what? I plus 2j plus 3k. I plus 2j plus 3k. So we have to take the dot product of this case, which is equals to 0. Take the dot product. 2 ones are 2. Lambda into 2 is 2 lambda plus 1 into 3 is 3 which is equal to 0. Now 2 lambda is equal to 3 plus 2 is 5, transfer to other side it becomes minus 5. Then lambda is equal to what? Minus 5 divided by 2. Minus 5 divided by 2. So option D will be correct. Okay. Next question is the value of lambda for which the vectors A and B they have given are parallel. Same type of question, but here the condition is what? They are parallel. See, for this very simple, when they are parallel, what is the condition? A1 upon B1 is equals to, you can say A2 upon B2 is equals to A3 upon B3. Okay. Now in this we have to substitute. The A1, A2, A3 means what? These are the coefficients of vector A, and B1, B2, B3 is the coefficients of vector B. So the ratio is given. So just see now A1 upon B1. So it is 3 upon 2. Okay, which is equals to, means coefficient of I divided by coefficient of I from the vector and vector B. Second one is minus 6 upon minus 4, and next 1 upon lambda. Okay, now see here, this minus get cancelled, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. So here 3 by 2 which is equals to 1 by lambda. Here all are equal. Okay, so 1 by lambda value is 3 by 2. What is the value of lambda then? Reverse of that, so it is 2 by 3. So therefore answer is option A will be correct. Okay, so pause the video to note it down. Yes friends, so see, to solve the number of questions from this topic vector and algebra, if I go on writing the questions and then solutions, it takes a time. So what I will do is, I will just read out the question and I will solve the solution on the board. Okay, but when I send you the video, with that I will send you the questions also. Okay, so when you are watching the video, please keep the questions in front of you. Okay, please note down the questions first and then only watch the video. So I think that will be very helpful. Okay, so when you read the first question, you just go through the video, you will see the solution of that. Okay, so why we are doing this? Because to cover up the number of questions, as well as I wanted to cover the number of more topics. Okay, so as we are done with the 4 question, next question is the value of lambda. Okay, this is question number 5. The value of lambda for which the vectors, okay, for which the vectors lambda I plus j plus 2k, okay, and another vector that is I plus lambda j minus k, and next 2I minus j plus lambda k. These are the 3 vectors, and these 3 vectors are coplanar. So when the vectors are coplanar, when their scalar triple product is 0. Okay, and suppose this is vector A, vector B, vector C, and we can write A dot B cross C is equals to what? 0. Okay, the 3 vectors are coplanar when their scalar triple product is 0. And what is the formula then? What is the formula for A dot B cross C? That is determinant of, okay, first row is vector A, that is what? Lambda 1 2. Next, second vector B, what are the coefficients? 1 lambda minus 1. Third one is 2 minus 1 lambda, which is equals to 0. And now you know it, how to do this. We have to simplify. Okay, we have to expand this with first row. So expansion is, that is lambda into, okay, leaving the first row, first column, that is lambda square minus 1 into, leaving the first row, second column, lambda plus 2, and plus 2 into, leaving the first row, third column, minus 1 minus 2 lambda, which is equals to 0. And when you simplify this, okay, otherwise just see now, I will write the answer of that. That is, I think after simplifying you will get lambda cube minus 6 lambda minus 4, which is equals to 0 after simplifying. Okay, then how we can do this? Okay, among this first two, or lambda cube minus 6 lambda minus 4, so this can be written as this, see now, lambda plus 2 into, that is lambda square minus 2 lambda minus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, so if you multiply this again, you get the previous equation. So therefore what here, lambda plus 2 is equals to 0, or lambda square minus 2 lambda minus 2 is equals to 0. So here lambda is equals to minus 2. Okay, and this is the quadratic equation. Okay, but here you can form the factors of this quadratic equation using the formula, this one, x is equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Using this formula you can find it, and you will get the roots are lambda is equals to 1 plus or minus root 3, plus or minus root 3. So when you simplify this, okay, so therefore lambda value is minus 2 and lambda value is 1 plus or minus root 3. So in this question, option A will be correct, that is lambda value is minus 2. Okay, next question, the position vector of the point which divides the line joining points, that is 2a minus 3b, 2a minus 3b and a plus b in the ratio 3:1, in the ratio 3:1, okay, is, so we have to find the answer here. See, when the two vectors are given and one ratio is given, so obviously it is which form? Section formula, that is the formula is what? mb vector plus na vector divided by m plus n. Okay, now this is your vector A, this is your vector B. If I substitute in this, and this is your m, this is your n. Okay, if I substitute, what will get? See, 3 into a plus b. Okay, plus n is what? 1 into 2a minus 3b divided by, okay, 3 plus 1, so which is equals to, this is 3a plus 3b plus 2a minus 3b divided by 4, which is equals to 3a plus 2a is 5a, 3b minus 3b get cancelled, so 5a divided by 4. Okay, so I think from this option fourth will be correct, that is 5 into vector A divided by 4. Okay, next question, I think question number 7. So what the question number 7 says here, the vectors from origin to the point A and B are, okay, so the point A and B are given in the form of vector, vector A is equals to 2i minus 3j plus 2k, and vector B is equals to 2i plus 3j plus k, okay, respectively. Then area of triangle OAB is, okay, so we have the formula, area is equals to what? Half into magnitude of vector A cross vector B. So you can take it this, no problem, vector A cross vector B, but they have said area of triangle OAB, then this you can take it as OA, this you can take it as OB, just to confuse you, they have given like that. So you can just find this A cross B. How to find A cross B? Again using determinant. Okay, simply I will do it, just see here. So A cross B is equals to, formula is determinant of I, J, K, okay, and in the second row we will substitute elements of vector A, that is 2 minus 3 2, next 2 3 1. Okay, so when you expand this determinant, you will get the answer is, that is minus 9i plus 2j plus 12k. Okay, so this is the answer of A cross B. A cross B. Then magnitude of A cross B is equals to root of, that is 81 plus 4 plus 144. The answer is root of 229. Root of 229. Okay, but it is divided by 2. Area is divided by 2. So your final answer is what? Root of 229 divided by 2. Okay, I think from this option fourth will be correct. Okay, next question, that is question number 8. Question number 8. See, they have given if magnitude of vector A is 10 and magnitude of vector B is 12, sorry, it is 2, and A dot B is equals to 12. Then find the value of magnitude of A cross B. Find the value of magnitude of A cross B. See, what is the A cross B formula? Magnitude of A cross B, that is magnitude of A into magnitude of B into sin theta. This is the formula to calculate magnitude of A cross B. But see, in this A dot B is given, then how to get sin theta? Okay, then first we have to apply A dot B formula. What is A dot B formula? Magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos theta. Okay, so this is 12 is equals to 10 into 2 into cos theta. So this is 10 into this 20. You just transfer here. 12 divided by 20 is equals to cos theta. Okay, so here 2 6 are and 2 10s are, again 2 3s are, 2 5s are. So the answer is 3 by 5. This is your cos theta value. Cos theta value is 3 by 5. Okay, but we have to calculate the answer of what? Magnitude of A cross B, and for that we require sin value. So therefore sin theta is equals to root of 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, so therefore sin theta is equals to root of 1 minus cos theta. Cos theta is 3 by 5. What is cos square theta? So it is how much? 9 by 25. Or sin theta is equals to, so when you take the LCM, okay, LCM is 25, but root of 25 is 5. So 25 minus 9, how much it is? I think 4. So 25 minus 9, how much will you get? That is, if I subtract 5, that is 20. And for 16 I get, and 16 is 4, that is 4 by 5. Okay, so therefore magnitude of A cross B is equals to, formula is magnitude of A into magnitude of B into sin theta. This is the formula. Now put the values in this. Okay, what we get, the answer is magnitude of A is how much? That is 10 into magnitude of B is 2 into sin theta, that is 4 by 5. So 5 is 5, 5 is 10. So answer is 2 to the 4, 4 4 is 16. Answer is 16. So option fourth will be correct for the question number 8. Okay, pause the video to note it down. Yes, now next question number 9. If vector A, B, C are unit vectors, vector A, B, C are what? Unit vectors. So unit vector means what? Their magnitude will be 1. Their magnitude will be 1. Okay, such that that is vector A plus vector B plus vector C is equals to 0. Vector A plus vector B plus vector C is equals to 0 vector. Okay, then find the value of A dot B plus B dot C plus C dot A. Okay, we have to find out the value of what? A dot B, B dot A, sorry, B dot C and C dot A. So to simplify this, we have to make use of this two conditions. Okay, just see now. Here they have given A plus B plus C is equals to 0. So I will take vector A plus vector B plus vector C is equals to 0. Okay. Now here squaring on both the sides. Squaring on both the sides. So what we get? Vector A plus vector B plus vector C whole square is equals to 0, because 0 square is 0 only. Now here we have to use the algebraic identity. See, what is A plus B whole the square? A square plus B square plus 2AB. Like that. What is A plus B plus C whole the square? That is A square plus B square plus C square plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. So therefore, first term is A square. So here A is a not normal variable, it is a vector. So when I take the vector square, it becomes what? Magnitude of vector A square. So therefore this is magnitude of vector A square plus magnitude of vector B square plus magnitude of vector C square plus 2 into A dot B, okay, plus 2 into B dot C plus 2 into C dot A. Okay, now here magnitude of A, B, C is what? 1, 1, 1, 1 square is 1, 1 square is 1, 1 square is 1, plus 2 is common. What is left? A, right hand side is 0 here, left with A dot B plus B dot C plus C dot A, okay, which is equals to 0. So here 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 3 if I transfer to that side, it becomes minus 3. And this 2 also if I transfer, it will divide. Now what is left? This is A dot B plus B dot C plus C dot A. So therefore value of A dot B, B dot C, C dot A will be how much? Minus 3 by 2. So option C will be correct. Okay. Next, question number 10. What is the question number here? If 10 is magnitude of A plus B, if it is equal to magnitude of A minus B, okay, then vector A and B are, the vector A and B are, options are orthogonal, parallel, coplanar, and none of the above. Okay, so how to simplify this? See here, make squaring on both the sides. Then what will get? A plus B whole the square, A minus B whole the square. So apply the identity. Magnitude of vector A square plus magnitude of vector B square plus 2 into A dot B, 2 into A dot B, which is equals to magnitude of vector A square plus magnitude of vector B square minus 2 into A dot B. Okay, so here magnitude of A square, this get cancelled, this get cancelled. Okay, so what is left? 2 into A dot B, here minus 2 into A dot B. If I transfer this minus term to this side, so 2 plus 2, it will be how much? 4 times A dot B is equals to 0. Okay, now if I transfer that 4 to other side, it will divide, and 0 by anything is 0. So therefore A dot B is equals to 0. And when A dot B is equals to 0, that time vectors are what? Perpendicular. But here perpendicular option is not there, they have given orthogonal. So orthogonal is same as what? Perpendicular. So therefore A dot, here A and B vectors are what? Orthogonal, because it is equals to 0. Okay, so option A will be correct in this. Okay, question number 11. Question number 11. This is little bit complicated question. Given two vectors I minus j and I minus 2j. Okay, I minus j and I minus 2j. The unit vector coplanar with two given vectors are perpendicular to I minus j is. Okay. So in this particular problem, actually they have used the word is coplanar, and here given three vectors. Okay. So what we have to calculate in this? Actually, we have to calculate A dot B cross C. We have to calculate in this. But see, if I calculate only the B cross C part, okay. If I calculate this B cross C, that is, we will get the answer of B cross C only in the form of K component form. But if you see the options in the question, options are always, means all the four options they have given with I and J component form. But here we have the which component form? K. Therefore, in this question, answer is none of the above. Because three options are given in I, J form. and D will be none of the above. But here we are getting K, therefore option none of the above is correct one. Next question, it is question number 12. Suppose vector A plus vector B plus vector C is equals to 0, okay, and magnitude of A is equals to 3, magnitude of B is equals to 5, and magnitude of C is equals to 7. Then what is the angle between vector A and vector B? What is the angle between vector A and vector B? Okay, so here we have to find out the angle between vector A and vector B. See, for this, so when we have such type of question, actually angle between the vector means what? Cos theta is equals to A dot B upon magnitude of A into magnitude of B. But here all vector A, vector B and vector C, all the three vectors are given, and for that formula is cos theta is equals to, okay, that is C square minus A square minus B square divided by, that is 2AB. This is the formula when three vectors are given, okay, then substitute the value now. Okay, here C square, C value is 7, that is 49, minus A square 9, minus B square 25, divided by 2 into how much A, that is 3, into B, that is 5. Okay, so the answer is, when you simplify this, I think you will get this as 15 divided by 30, or which is equals to 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is the value of what? Cos theta is 1 by 2. And when we get 1 by 2 in the cos table, that is how much degree? I think 60 degree, that is pi by 3. Okay, so here option A will be correct, that is pi by 3. So here theta value is what? Pi by 3, because 1 by 2 we get it in the 60 degree, that is pi by 3 option. Okay, the next question. Question number 13. If A is equals to 3, B is equals to 4, and C is equals to 5, okay, each one of vector A, vector B and vector C is perpendicular to some of the remaining, then magnitude of A plus B plus C is equals to what? Okay, and they have given the 4 options. See, they have given A, B, C values, and one condition they have given. What is the conditions here? Vector A, vector B and vector C is perpendicular to sum of the remaining. Okay, means what? Suppose if I choose A is the vector, then which are the left? Two vectors are left, B and C. Okay, so that will be, this vector will be perpendicular to sum of the other. Means what? A dot B plus C will be 0, because these are perpendicular. Now if I choose B is the vector, then which are left? A and C. Therefore it will be what? B dot A plus C is equals to 0. If I choose vector C, okay, then what we left with? That is A plus B, which is equals to 0. Okay, now here they have given one condition. You have to find out the value of A plus B plus C. Okay, so if I take magnitude of A plus B plus C, okay, then I will, if I means this magnitude of A plus B plus C, if I take the square of this, means if I make the square, what I will get is, that is, if I make the square, then this can be written as A plus B plus C dot A plus B plus C. Okay, so this we have to take, actually we can take it at 0 also, no problem, equals to 0 you can take it. Okay, now see A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C. Now from this if I take vector A, then this A we have to take it and multiply all the three vectors. A dot A will be what? Magnitude of vector A square plus, now don't take A dot B. Okay, what you take? A dot B plus C. A dot B plus C plus, similarly go with second one. Now here B dot B will be what? Magnitude of vector B square plus B dot, which two vectors are left? A and C, that is A plus C. Next, if I take C dot C, then it is magnitude of vector C square plus C dot, in which are two left, A and B. That is A plus B, which is equals to 0. Now they are given A, B, C value is equal to 50 here. What to get? A value is 3, but it becomes 9. Okay, this will become 0. So here three conditions are 0. This is 0, this is 0, and this is 0. Magnitude of B square, how much? 16 plus 25, which is equals to, or sorry, don't take 0 here, just find the value of that. Okay, this is 0. So how much it will be then? That is 16 plus and 25. 25 plus 25 is 50. But this is the value of what? Magnitude of A plus B whole square. Then what is the value of magnitude of A plus B plus C? Okay, so it is root of 50, and this can be written as how much? 25 into 2, or which is equals to how much? 5 root 2. 5 root 2. So option first A will be correct for this. Okay, so pause the video to note it down. Yes, next question number 14. So what the question number 14 is, as I have written here, if cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma are the direction cosines of the vector A, then what is the value of cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta plus cos 2 gamma? We have to find out the value of cos 2 alpha, cos 2 beta, cos 2 gamma, and they have said cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are the direction cosines. Okay, so here if you observe in the question, we are having 2 alpha, 2 beta, 2 gamma. So therefore I have written one of the trigonometric formula in terms of cos 2 theta. That is 2 cos square theta minus 1. 2 cos square theta minus 1. Also we have one of the relation with respect to direction cosines. What is that? L square plus m square plus n square is what? 1. Okay. Now here L means what? Actually L square in the form of L square is what? Cos 2 alpha. But how to write cos 2 alpha? 2 cos square theta minus 1. So therefore it is 2 cos square alpha minus 1 plus next will be what? 2 cos square beta minus 1. Next plus 2 cos square gamma minus 1, which is equals to 1. Okay, which is equals to 1. Okay. Okay, fine. I think we should not use this condition. Just we are finding the value of this given expression. Okay, then which is equals to what now? 2 will be common. 2 will be common. Then left with what? Or else you can say, wait a minute, here minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. It is how much? Minus 3. Okay, plus, so 2 cos square alpha, 2 cos square beta, 2 cos square gamma. 2 is common. So left with cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Okay, and which is equals to minus 3 plus 2 into 1 here. Why 1? Because this is cos square alpha, cos square beta, cos square gamma. This is what? L square plus n square is equals to 1. As earlier I have written here, I have after this. So L square plus n square is what? 1. Therefore this value is 1 here. Okay, and this is minus 3 plus 2. Answer is how much? Minus 1. Answer is minus 1. So option A will be correct in this. Okay. Next, question number 15. You do it as a homework part. Okay, you can do that very well. Question number 16 I will take. Okay, what is the question 16 here? If 2 into A dot B is equals to magnitude of A into magnitude of B, then find angle between vector A and B. Find angle between vector A and B. They have given just this condition. Options are 90 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree and 0 degree. Then how to find? See, if I simplify this now, what is A dot B as it will keep? See, this 2 I will transfer here, it will divide. It is 1 by 2, and this both the terms I transfer, it will divide. So it is A dot B divided by magnitude of A into magnitude of B, which is equals to 1 by 2. But okay, we have one formula. Cos theta is equals to what? A dot B divided by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. This is the formula, actual formula. So when you compare this both, so this is same. Therefore we can equate their other sides. So cos theta is what? 1 by 2. Okay. That is what? Cos theta is equals to 1 by 2. And when we get 1 by 2 in the cos table, that is 60 degree. Okay, that is what? 60 degree, pi by 3. Okay. So option C will be correct in this. Next, question number 17. Vector A is equals to, see what they have given. Vector A is equals to I plus 2j plus 2k. Okay. And magnitude of vector B is equals to 5. Magnitude of vector B is equals to 5. And angle between vector A and vector B. Okay. Angle between vector A and vector B is pi by 6. Then the area of the triangle formed by this vector is, so here you have to find out the area of triangle. Area of triangle means what? Formula half into magnitude of A cross B. Okay, so therefore this pi by 6, okay, this is your theta, but to find out the area of triangle we want magnitude of A cross B. So therefore we have to use the formula as what? Sin of theta is equals to magnitude of A cross B divided by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. So sin theta, that is theta is pi by 6. So sin pi by 6, which is equals to magnitude of A cross B. We don't know, we have to find it. We will keep as it is, divided by magnitude of A. Only vector A is given. Its magnitude is what? I think this is 4 plus 4, 8 plus 1 is 9, and root of 9 is 3. So 3 into magnitude of B, that is 5. Okay, what is sin pi by 6? Pi by 6 means what? 30 degree. And sin 30 is 1 by 2, which is equals to magnitude of A cross B is equal divided by 15. So this 15 will transfer, it will be what? Magnitude of A cross B will be what? 15 upon 2. What is the area of triangle? The area of triangle is half into magnitude of A cross B. So this will be how much? I think half into 15 by 2. So the answer is 15 by 4. Answer is 15 by 4. Yeah, option C will be correct. Option C will be correct. Okay. Next question. Question number 18. Let vector A is equals to I minus 2j plus k, I minus 2j plus 3k. Okay. And if vector B such that, means B is they have given one of the vector such that A dot B is equals to magnitude of vector B square, and one more term, magnitude of A minus B is equals to root 7, then what is the value of magnitude of vector B? What is the value of magnitude of vector B? Okay, then how to find out the value of this is, see they have given magnitude of A minus B is root 7. Okay, so take that only. So magnitude of A minus B is equals to root 7. Then make squaring on both the sides. So what I will get? Magnitude of A square plus magnitude of B square minus 2 into A dot B, and right hand side square, root 7 square is 7. What is magnitude of A? I think not given. Vector A is given. What will the magnitude then? So this is 9 plus 4, 13, 13 plus 1, 14, and 14 square is how much? I think 14 square is 14 plus, what is magnitude of B square? I think we have to find it and keep as it is, minus, okay, A dot B is what? Magnitude of B square. So 2 as it is, A dot B is magnitude of B square is equal to 7. Okay, now 14 which is transferred to that side, it becomes minus. So 1 magnitude of B square minus 2 magnitude of B square. So it is minus 1 magnitude of B square is equals to 14. If I transfer to other side, 7 minus 14 minus 7. So minus minus get cancelled. So magnitude of b is equals to root 7. Magnitude of b is equals to root 7. So I think option C will be correct. Option C will be correct. Okay. Next question. Question number 19. Okay. What is the question number 19 here? If direction cosines of a vector of magnitude 3 are 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. One more condition is a is greater than 0. Then vector is okay. Then which vector you will get it, that we have to find it. Okay. So see, actually this is which formula is useful here. Plus or minus a divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Then m is equals to plus or minus b divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Then n is equals to plus or minus c divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Okay. So I will write just one formula. So this magnitude they have given how much? This is 3. Okay, and this 2 minus 1 2. These are the direction ratios. Okay, then see here 2 minus 1 2. Therefore, which type of vector will get? So 2 means it is 2i, minus 1 means minus j, and 2 means plus 2k. So 2i minus j plus 2k. This vector will form. Okay, so therefore option second will be correct in this. Option second will be correct. Okay. Then question number 20. You just work out that question number 20. Okay. I will go with question number 21. What is the question number 21 here? The direction ratios. Okay. The direction ratios of the line which is perpendicular to the lines. Okay. They have given the two lines here. X minus 7 by 2, which is equals to y plus 17 by minus 3, which is equals to z minus 6 upon 1, and x plus 5 divided by 1, which is equals to y plus 3 divided by 2, which is equals to z minus 4 divided by minus 2r. Okay, so these two lines are given. So you have to find out which are the direction ratios are perpendicular. So in the options they are given like this: 4, 5, 7. Okay, this is first option. Second option is 4 minus 5 7. Third option is 4 minus 5 minus 7, and last option is minus 4 5 7. So these four options are given. Which are the direction ratios are perpendicular to these lines? How to check it? See, from these two lines we have to take the direction ratios. 2 minus 3 1. Okay, 2 minus 3 1. Another one is what? 1 2 minus 2. 1 2 minus 2. Now for this both the direction ratios from these four options, take any one and multiply both. You should get the answer is 0. Okay, if you get the answer is 0, then that direction ratio will be the perpendicular to the both the lines. Okay, now I think I will choose the first option, 4 5 7. If I take this, what will get C now? Okay, so here if I 4 5 7 to multiply the corresponding elements, I will multiply the first ratio. 4 to the 8, 5 to minus 3 minus 15, 7 to the 7. So 8 plus 7 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. Okay, but let us check whether it satisfies for the second ratio or no. Okay, now see, 1 into 4 4, 2 into 5 plus 10 minus 2 into 7. I think how much? Minus 14. So 10 plus 4 14. 14 minus 14 is 0. Okay, means both are getting 0. Therefore option A will be correct for this. Okay, so pause the video to note it down. Yes, the next question now, question number 22. Okay, a line making an angle of 45 degree and 60 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree. Okay, with positive direction of x and z axis, with positive direction of x and z axis. Okay, axis makes with positive direction of y axis an angle of, okay, then these are the angles with x axis and z axis, then we have to find out the angle of positive direction of y axis, okay. Then options are 60 degree, 120 degree, 60 and 120 degree, and none of the above, okay. So let us assume that beta be the angle, okay, it is along the positive direction of y axis, positive direction of y axis, okay. Then here see this alpha, beta and gamma, these are the angles, whereas if I write these angles with cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma, then this becomes what? Direction cosines. Then we have one of the relation, right, that is L square plus m square plus n square is equals to 1, okay. Then this will be what? Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equals to 1. See, this is for y we have assumed that beta, and this will be alpha and gamma, So what is alpha? 45 degree, so it is cos of 45 degree whole square plus cos square beta as it is plus cos of gamma is how much? 60 degree, okay, whole square, which is equals to 1. Then what is cos 45? That is 1 by root 2, and 1 by root 2 square is 1 by 2 plus cos square beta as it is plus cos 60, okay, cos 60 I think it is 1 by 2, it's a square, so I think 1 by 4, which is equals to 1. Then cos square beta is equals to 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4, then cos square beta is equals to, see LCM is 4 here, so it is 4 minus 2 minus 1. So cos square beta is equals to, what is the answer here? 4 minus 2 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 by 4, or cos beta is equals to, okay, plus or minus root of 1 by 4, or cos beta is equals to plus or minus 1 by 2, plus or minus 1 by 2, means cos is having plus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2, therefore beta is equals to 60 degree and 120 degree, okay, because we know that cos 60 is 1 by 2, but we are having minus 1 by 2 also. For that minus, when it will be the minus 1 by 2? When it is 120 degree. You just make use of the allied angle property and calculate. So 60 and 120 degree is the answer, okay. Next, question number 23. So this question number 23, it is for homework, means you have to work out this. What is the question here? We have to find out the shortest distance between the lines, okay. And what is the shortest distance between the lines? Okay, there are two formulas, one is for parallel lines and skew lines. I think this is the problem of skew lines. So the formula is what? D is equals to magnitude of B1 cross B2 dot A2 minus A1, okay, divided by magnitude of B1 cross B2. So this is the formula, okay. With the help of this formula, please simplify this question. Next, question number 24. The vector equation of a plane which is at a distance of 3 upon root 14. 3 upon root 14, this is the distance from the origin, and normal from the origin is 2y minus 3j plus k, okay. Then we have to find out the vector equation of a plane, okay. So distance is given and normal from the origin is given, then always we have the standard form is what? R dot vector n is equals to p, or you can take a distance as d, okay. Then we have to find this vector equation, we have to find this vector equation. See, whatever this distance is given, this distance is 3 upon root 14. Actually, how we get this root 14, you know? So whatever that vector n is there, okay, we find its magnitude, and that magnitude we divide to that particular distance, okay. But if I remove this distance, then what is left? R dot vector n is equals to 3, okay. Means what? That is R dot normal from the origin is 2y minus 3j plus k, which is equals to 3. So this is your answer. This is the vector equation of a plane. Okay, I think option second will be correct in this. Next, question number 25. Equation of a line passing through the point 2, 3, 1, okay, and parallel to the line of intersection of the plane x minus 2y minus z plus 5 is equals to 0 and x plus y plus 3z is equals to 6 is, okay. So here we have to find out the equation, okay, of a line passing through this point and parallel to this two planes, okay. Then how to simplify this particular example, okay. See, equation of a line passing through this one point. So when line is passing through one point, okay, what we have the equation then? X minus x1, x1 is 2 divided by a, which is equals to y minus y1, y1 is 3 divided by b, which is equals to z minus z1, z1 is 1 divided by c. So this is the equation now, okay. Again, what they have given, then this line will be parallel to the two planes. So what are those planes? These are the two planes, but I will write these planes in another form. See, the first plane can be written as a minus 2b minus c is equals to 0, and another one is a plus b plus 3c, which is equals to 0. So when you simplify this both the equations, we will have the a value is, okay, a value is minus 5, b value is minus 4, and c value is 3. Then this a, b and c value we have to put it in the above equation, in this equation, okay. So when you put it, what we get the answer C, that is x minus 2 upon minus 5, which is equals to y minus 3 upon minus 4, which is equals to z minus 1 upon 3. So this is the equation, okay, or this is the answer, okay. So let us see in the option second will be correct for this, okay. The next question number 26. The coordinates of the foot of perpendicular from the point 2, 5, 7 on x-axis is. So here we have to find out the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular, okay, from the point 2, 5, 7 on the x-axis. So just keep in mind, when you are finding the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular for the particular axis, okay, so the coordinates for x-axis are, that is x 0 0, coordinates for y-axis are 0 y 0, the coordinates for z-axis are 0 0 z, okay. Then as per our question, point they have given 2, 5, 7, but it is on which axis? X-axis. Therefore the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular is what? X 0 0. Therefore answer is what? 2 0 0. So that y and z coordinate will be 0. So the answer is 2 0 0. I think option A will be correct. Okay. Next, question number 27. Again this will be for homework, you have to work out it. See, in the three-dimensional geometry based on intersection of planes, I think we have solved with a 3-mark question. So the 3-mark question only we have to simplify here. That means that concept you have to use it and you have to simplify this, okay. So that you work out it, okay. The next question number 28. A plane makes intercepts 3 and 4. Okay, question number 28. A plane makes intercepts 3 and 4 respectively on z and x-axis. So this is for z-axis, this is for x-axis. If plane is parallel to y-axis, then its equation is, okay. See, what is the equation of intercepts of plane? Means suppose the intercepts are given, then what is the equation? It is x by a plus y by b plus z by c is equals to 1. So they have given x intercept and z intercept, then it will be what? X upon 4 plus y by b plus z by 3, which is equals to 1. Now in this one condition they have given, what is the condition is, that is, what if plane is parallel to y-axis. So when the plane is parallel to y-axis, this b intercept will be 0. So this will be what? 0. If plane is parallel to y-axis, then it becomes 0. Okay, not b value, that y will be 0. So this complete part becomes 0. Then what is left? X by 4 plus z by 3 is equals to 1. LCM is 12. So it is 3x plus 4z is equals to 1. 12 you transfer. So 3x plus 4z is equals to 12. Okay. So I think which option is correct in this? Option first is correct. Option first is correct. Okay. Next, question number 29. If the distance of the point 1, 1, 1, if the distance of the point 1, 1, 1 from the origin is half of its plane, that plane is x plus y plus z plus k is equals to 0, then what is the value of k? See, suppose this point I will assume as p. I will assume as p as the point. Okay, but what they have given is the distance of the point 1, 1, 1 from the origin is half of its plane. Okay, so therefore, so this distance OP I will take, because it is from the origin, will be half of PM I will take. That PM is what? Okay, that PM will be is a perpendicular length. It is the perpendicular length from plane. It is the perpendicular length from plane. Okay, then for this we have the formula is what actually? The distance is equals to modulus of or magnitude of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 divided by I think root of a square plus b square plus c square. I hope I think this formula we have to apply here. Okay. So what is one mistake I have done it here? I have to take plus d. So this formula we have to use it. Okay. ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d divided by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Now in this you have to substitute the values. Okay. So this distance is what? This OP is what? This point. Okay. So it is root of 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equals to magnitude of okay. Now here see, this half is multiplying half into ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 and plus d. Okay, so it will be what then? We have, that is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus I think that how much it is? K, right? See here, this a is 1, b is 1, c is 1 and x1 y1 z1 is what? 1, 1, 1. So 1 into 1 is 1 only, right? So I have written 1 plus 1 plus 1 divided by I think 1 plus 1, right? Then here this is root 3, or can 2 you transfer it becomes 2 root 3, which is equals to how much it is? 3 plus k divided by root 3. 3 plus k divided by root 3. So when you transfer this root 3 into root 3 is 3, 2 3s are 6, which is equals to magnitude of 3 plus k. So 3 plus k is equals to plus or minus 6. When you remove this magnitude, or you can say modulus sign. Okay, then 3 plus k is equals to plus 6, 3 plus k is equals to minus 6. Then it will be what? K is equals to 3 or k is equals to minus 9. Okay, then in this option fourth will be correct, which is having 3 as well as 9. Okay, and next question number 30. The equation of the plane through the intersection of the plane. Okay, again it is based on intersection of the planes. Okay, so maybe you can work out this example, but let me solve this one more last question. Okay, from this vector algebra and 3-dimensional geometry. Okay, so what is this question number 30? The equation of the plane through the intersection of the planes, that is x plus y plus z is equals to 1 and 2x plus 3y minus z plus 4 is equals to 0, and parallel to the x-axis is, okay. So here they have given these two planes, okay. Then whenever the two planes are given, how we write the equation? X plus y plus z, okay, plus lambda into how much, 1 you can transfer here, so it becomes what, minus 1 plus lambda into 2x plus 3y minus z plus 4 is equals to 0, okay. So when you simplify this, you will get the answer is 1 plus 2 lambda into x plus 1 plus 3 lambda into y plus 1 minus lambda into z, okay, and plus minus 1 plus 4 lambda is equals to 0, okay. But they have given, so these planes are parallel to which axis? X-axis. Parallel to which axis? X-axis. Therefore we have the point is 1 0 0, because it is parallel to x-axis, so we have the point is 1 0 0. So here y will be 0, z will be 0, then just what is left here? 1 plus 2 lambda into 1 plus minus 1 plus 4 lambda is equals to 0. So here 1 plus 2 lambda as it is, plus into minus is minus 1 plus 4 lambda is equals to 0. So 1 plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled. So 2 lambda plus 4 lambda, 6 lambda is equals to 0, or lambda is equals to 0, okay, because 6 if I divide it becomes 0. I think we should not get the lambda value is 0, okay, because if I get lambda value is 0, then see what we have the equation then. So this complete part will be 0, then we left with the equation is, I think, okay, suppose if I get lambda value is 0, then what we get the equation? X plus y plus z minus 1 is equals to 0, or x plus y plus z is equals to 1. So actually we get this equation, but that equation is not there in the equation, sorry, in the options. So therefore but in the option we have one more option is, that is none of the above. So I think none of the above is the correct answer, because what we got the answer, that answer is not present in that. So none of the above is the option, okay. So here as much as possible I have simplified the examples in this 3D and vector algebra. But what I have done is, just I have read the questions and here I have solved the solutions. So when you are watching this video, you just keep the questions in front of you and then see the solutions. Thank you.
I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.